Hi, good morning. Dr. Crystal here with your Monday motivational moment. I hope this time finds you guys in the midst of a great start to your work week. So, today, I just want to talk a little bit about doubt, or specifically self doubt. How often have you put off doing things that you were passionate about, things that you really, really wanted to do, but you put it off or you just don't do it out of fear of being judged, or worse, out of fear of being rejected? I know for me personally, there were many times in my life when I wanted to do things or try out for something, but because I felt, oh, that goes against the crowd, or what will people say, I didn't do it, or I put off doing it. So today, you may not be suffering from this. You may have it, on straight, and you may not doubt yourself whatsoever. But I just want to share a little bit about self doubt. Self doubt is defined as a lack of confidence in your abilities, it's a lack of confidence in yourself. And over time, self doubt can lead to problems with anxiety, problems with depression, and those problems, if not, overcome, then they can ultimately lead to serious ailments, such as, well, serious physical ailments, I should say, such as weight gain, high blood pressure, chronic fatigue. There's even an increased link to mortality rates with individuals who are dealing with issues of self doubt. And like I said, maybe you don't have this problem, or maybe you don't realize that you're suffering from self doubt. But here are just a few questions that I encourage you to ask yourself. Are you constantly apologizing? Are you always the one, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that? Or do you second guess yourself? And would you rather be in the background? I know that was a big one for me. At one time, I would always say, oh, no, just give me a supporting role. I would rather be in the background. But that was because I was doubting my abilities, or honestly, I was afraid of being rejected for the things that I really wanted to do in life. And the effects of self doubt can be long reaching. They impact our everyday lives, sometimes to the point of stagnation, where we just don't do anything. It paralyzes us. And while it's daunting, the thought of overcoming self doubt may be daunting, it is overcomable. You can't, it is something that you can overcome, if overcomable is a word. Um, but I just encourage you guys, if you answered yes to any of the questions that I mentioned above, just for the remainder of this week, keep in mind the acronym FAR, FAR. And that's where I just encourage you to, one, face your fears, right? The things that you're hesitant to do, the things that you're afraid will be subjected to rejection, face them. Put it out there, put yourself out there. And then acknowledge God's presence in your life, because He is there, and He won't place something in your heart that He's not going to give you the ability to go ahead and move forward in. And then lastly, reminisce on God's protection. He's always been there for you. I'm really big about tracing God's footsteps and seeing where there looked like there was no way in my life. And then God brought me so far. So I just, like I said, encourage you guys over this week to remember four: face your fears, acknowledge God's presence, and reminisce on God's protection. Have a great week.